Hey everyone, it's me Catherine and today I'm here to do my TBR for the Reading Rush, which is running from July 20th to the 26th, hosted by Raylene and Ariel. For this readathon I wanted to make sure all the books that I read for it were books from my physical TBR pile, which you can't see, but is by the side of my bed that I haven't touched in a while. So we're going to go for the prompts and hopefully I'll have 7 books out of this pile done by the end of the Reading Rush. I mean, I barely read 7 books in a month, so it's going to be hard getting 7 done in a week. But, you know, stranger things have happened. Okay, so the first prompt is read a book with a cover that matches the colour of your birthstone. And I believe my birthstone is amethyst. I was born in February. Let's just double check. February birthstone. Yeah, amethyst, so which is purple. So the only one on this pile that fits is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. This is, I believe, like a Cinderella sort of Cinderella retelling, but like modern day and fandom-esque. And because it's like a contemporary, it should be a pretty quick read, which is always good for readathons. Next is read a book that starts with the word the. And I think I've got quite a few on here that do. Okay, so for this I've got options. I've got The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapena, which is a thriller. A kid goes missing or something. This is really just, you can tell it's been sat in my bedroom for a while. We have The Crow Girl by Eric Axel Sund, and this is also a thriller, like a crime thriller. Don't know much about this. Then we have The Magician King and The Magician's Land. Now obviously, which one of these is book 3? I can't read this one because I have to read this one first, so this one's automatically out. So I have The Magician King by Lev Grossman, which is the second book in the Magician's trilogy. We have The History of Bees by Maya Lunder, which I started like a couple of months ago and just I didn't get very far. The Book of Lost Things, which is a book I've had for about 5 years now. I think going on 5 years this year I've had this. Wait, you're not over there. So those are my options. As much as I want to like continue, like get The Magician's series finished now that I've started it, I kind of also really want to read The Book of Lost Things. And it's been, out of all of those, it's been on my list, on my TBR the longest, so I'm going to go for that for the. The next one is read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen, and there's only one book on my pile that matches this, and it matches perfectly, and it is Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. I saw the film a few years ago now, and I bought this book not realising that it was the book that the film was based on. But it's about a woman who suffers with some sort of amnesia. She can't hold on to her memories, so every time she wakes up, her brain sort of resets to a past her, and the past her isn't always the same, but basically she forgets what happens the day before. So she starts keeping like a diary of sorts to re-jog her memory and tell her of everything that's happened. And it's sort of like it's a thriller, and we start to realise that maybe the life that she's living currently is not... There's a bit of something more to it. I already know what happens because, like I said, I've seen the film, but I've not read the book. I did start it. I have started it. There's a bookmark in there somewhere, but this is the perfect time to actually get to finishing it. I'll probably need to restart it, but yeah. Right, the next one is read the first book you touch, and I think I'm going to leave this prompt to last because I'll go through and get all the other books out and then do that one. So then the next one is read a book completely outside of your house. And for this one, you can like fudge it, like there's ways to like amend it to fit you, because obviously we're living in a time where going outside is sometimes like impossible for some people. But for me, I've got a garden that I can go and sit out in. But still, I don't have shelter outside, and I live in England, which does not guarantee nice weather, so I want something nice and short. Butterfly Birding is going to be perfect for this because it is very short. Oh, I've started this one as well, like there's a bookmark in it, and I just, why, this is like less than 200 pages I think. Yeah, this is 151 pages long, so this would actually be perfect. I could probably do this in 2 sittings outside, provided the weather is fine. Then we have read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more of. And I don't know if I've got one in here that fits that, because I've got fantasy. I always read fantasy. Thrillers, crimes, I enjoy those. I read those quite a bit. You know what? I'm going to go with Pax by Sarah Pennypacker, because this is, I don't know what age range this is for, but it is younger than young adult. But basically it's about a young boy and a family who have this fox, and then the war, I can't remember which war is it World War One? World War... Okay, a war's about to break out. It doesn't tell me which war it is, but a war is about to break out and the family gets rid of the fox. They have to let it go. But the boy misses the fox so much that he goes on the search to find it. And I've had this book for a very long time and I haven't read it yet. So this would be perfect. Like, I know, like, I don't like to say, like, I don't like to class age range books as, like, different genres, because it's not really a genre of book, is it? It's just a... I don't know, but I'm classing it as a genre for this. And then we have read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. I mean, to be honest, that's not too hard. This one section, like, it's told from 3 people's perspectives. One is from China, one is in China, one is in England, and one is in the US. So I guess that could count, because 2 out of the 3 are, but I don't really want to. I mean, technically, not set on my continent, so that would work. Where are you set? Does not tell me. The empty crib would suggest it's not England. I've got Tower of Dawn. One of us is lying. I think that's also... You know what? Since this is going to be a readathon and I'm going to need something that I'm going to be able to get through, I'll go for Prefecture D by Hideo Yokoyama, which these are a collection of short stories set in Japan. So... Okay, so now that that's done, let's do the first book that you touch. So for this, I'm going to get the rest of them spread out on my bed and then blindly pick one. Apart from The Magician's Land, because that's the 3rd book and I kind of need to read the second one before I can read the 3rd one. So you're out. I've got quite a few, like, big, chunky fantasy books in here. So let's hope I don't get one of those. So I've ended up with Nine House by Leigh Bardugo, and I mean, I pre-ordered this. I've had this for ages. Like, I really enjoy Leigh Bardugo's writing, and I've heard mixed things about this. So we'll see. We'll see what my thoughts are if I manage to get to it. But look at it. This is a 7-day readathon. So these are all the books that I'm hopefully going to get to for the reading rush. I mean, I probably should make a plan for ones that fit more than one, so I don't actually... I mean, I only have one book that fits that. I only have one book in the pile that fits my Birthstone. Technically, the first book I picked could be the first book I touched, so that would fit for that prompt. This is set in a different continent. I could also read this one outside because it's not very long. I need one with a the. Then we have the. Okay. I can't crop this down to this. Wait, if I get, but I need a the. We'll see. I might have to modify this. We'll see how my actual how it goes with the week. But those are the ones so far that I'm going to be reading for the reading rush. So that is going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you're planning on taking part in the reading rush this year and what your TBR is if you've already planned it. And the emoji for this week is going to be books. Just like, I'm pretty sure there's definitely book emojis, so like books, just book emoji in the comments just to let me know that you are there. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Bye!